Hey guys, this is the professor at Day Trading for Success. I am back from Europe. Thank you for all your nice emails. I do have a great trading video that's coming up, so you should stick around for it. It's pretty exciting, and it'll show you how simple the techniques are to make a living day trading. So stick around, it's coming right up.
Welcome to Day Trading for Success, where the professor, a former math teacher turned full-time trader and coder, guides beginners on how to trade for a living using proven strategies, breakthrough indicators, and lessons from essential trading books. The professor isn't a licensed financial advisor. Always consult a pro before diving into any strategies or demos you see here. Start smart, practice in a simulator, stick to a solid day trading plan, and don't forget to log every trade. Your profits will start with preparation. Thank you for allowing us to share in your journey. Please remember to subscribe, comment, give a thumbs up, and click that notification bell so you can be the first to receive more of our great content.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. I'm going to be doing some very simple demonstrations about how to day trade and scalp today. I'll explain what this layout is real quick. This is on Thinkorswim. This is a 1-minute chart. This is a special custom indicator known as the Scalp Meter Pro. This is a day chart down here, which I have minimized. It has things like the RV level, high and low, and then historical data. We'll come back to that in just a second so you can see what that really is. This is a active trader. I've already done a trade this morning. We're going to set this to 1K. We're going to be trading Apple. This is a level 2, and this is a 5-minute. It's actually set for 15-day with a multi-chart alignment. So it's showing you what the 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1-hour, and 4-hour charts are looking like. So chart alignment's important when you trade, as well as the whole dollar and the half dollar. Trading with the crowd is what's so simple and so important. Once you learn to just trade with the crowd, it's pretty much like just printing money. You just have to control yourself. Now, the RV strategy, which we're going to be trading today with a group, and everybody's on Zoom with me here, and Charlie's handling the chat. You hear the typing, and they're all taking their own trades. We're going to be trading 1,000 shares of Apple on market to make sure we get filled. And I'll be doing some advanced trading, like I'll be reversing as opposed to just selling and buying. I like to trade that way, but I don't recommend it for everybody. It's a bit dangerous. So what are we doing here exactly? We're trading a stock that doesn't move very much, that stays pretty much within a range each day. So the first thing you do is you figure out the range. That's what these high and low marks are. So you look at the close of the previous day, which is right there. Then if I'm hovering over this candle, you can see what the ATR price is. When I go back and hover over it, says $5.88. So you divide that in two. You subtract half of it to get the ATR low and add half of it to get the ATR high from the close. And then that's going to be your range you expect the stock to move in between. That's the first thing that helps you decide when to trade. The next thing is you set your Fibonacci levels on a 10-day and a 2-day 5-minute chart. This is the day chart. But you always go from left to right. It could be low to high or high to low. These both happen to be high to low. Let's look on our 5-minute chart real quick here so you can see this big jumbled mess, which won't be jumbled in a minute. And you can kind of see this was the 2-day stretched, and then the 10-day was over here stretched. And that gave us some support and resistance levels based on the original strategy put out in the book by professional traders called Day Trading Volume 1. I have a link to it. If you, as your first book, I highly recommend that. There's a lot of millionaires made by that. And it basically simplifies trading, so you don't need all these smoke and mirrors, okay? Now, you see a lot of lines here, and that's going to be, might seem confusing, but basically what they are is they're just marking where the stock price has abruptly turned around. That's what I mark with these levels. That's it. You know, if you zoom in, you'll see that. Sometimes I smooth so you catch that across other price levels. And that's to see if that repeats. In other words, is it going to make a pattern? So you can't count on it. You can see these are very much easier to see where they were marked. And that's on a 5-minute chart. So we have the Fibonacci levels, we have the ATR, high and low, and now we have this historical data. So it's creating channels to trade in between or to follow, to like ceilings and floors. And the book explains it in detail. I have a lot of archive videos, but there's really nothing more to it than that, except you controlling your maximum loss per trade, maximum loss for the day, and really figuring out your share size so that you can traverse these channels and give them a shot. They may or may not work for you. So you have to keep an eye on that. Now I'm about to do what they call quarterbacking, which is call the trades for everybody. So what I do, now they're all responsible for their own trades. So you'll see this is kind of a big mess right now, but as we start to trade, it's not going to be that big of a mess. It's going to zoom right in. We're looking for a consolidating stock. That's what we're looking for. Nice, slow, easy consolidating. I like this ATR level. I like that it rejected off of it. It's usually where I will go in, you know, since it pulled down, then broke it. I'm looking to go short here. This is just common sense. So I'm going to be looking for price action. This is the seller. See how the volume just increased? That turns blue when it goes over the last candle. The red are inside. This is the sellers. And the green are the buyers inside the volume. This is an amazing indicator I recommend getting. I also have the MACD on here, I believe. Or did I not put it on? We'll check for that in a minute. I don't see it here. And the market magnets here, which is very handy too. Always make sure your chart's set for today when you're using the market magnet. And that gives you a range within a range. So it's pretty handy. And I kind of want to see it get up near that. You know, I want to see it to get up at least to 274, guys, before I go in. That's what I'm thinking. So, and I'm going to short it when it gets to that level. So let's see if it's almost there. Yeah, there it is. Actually, this is not working properly here. So let's see if we can get that to. Sometimes these don't reconcile properly, so you have to kind of watch those. So there's the first trade. Now, this is 1,000 shares. So, you know, you might only want 10 shares or 100 shares, but you don't want to get freaked out by the numbers there. We're going for $5,000 in 30 to 40 minutes. That's what everybody trades for here today. And I just wanted to jump right into it. I've been gone for a little while. Thanks for all the emails, guys, and the well-wishing. I've been in Europe. You can, my Barcelona hat's on right here, and I'll be spending more time over there and have kind of a different trading group that I do when I'm in Europe. But after the first of the year, I'll be streaming for everybody again. So keep an eye on those dates. In the meantime, practice, and I have a small core of people here with me now. So, and I'm just looking at this price action here. So I kind of like to see this make a little bit bigger move than this. Yeah, well, there it goes. So, yeah, I don't know if it can make the 50 cents. That would be nice if it did. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and reverse there on my first trade there. Actually, I'm going to reverse right back. I don't like the look of that. So I'm at 273.73 right now. Yeah, we broke through the magnet. Let me just see for a second here, guys. Yeah, I've got this on. So the MACD's it's not giving us a crossover because of the way it's been moving kind of downward. But we're back inside our ATR levels, which is good. Our first trade was about $400. I could have just stayed in it. I think I lost 10 or $20 by that little chop move getting in and out. But it seems like it's fading. So I wanted to hold it a little bit deeper into this downward move, maybe get it down to this fib level down here. Let's see if it's going to keep going down. So it's actually going down pretty steady here because it pulled back, then went down again. Nice. Okay, so it's really going down here. So we're just going to hold Apple. You know, you scalp it a lot slower than the other stocks. So we're doing fine here. We've got a nice little cushion, and we'll just take a breath here and watch this, see if this reveals a bigger move. I mean, 500 a trade isn't bad. You know, roughly that would be 300 to 500 per trade is what I would expect with Apple. So see, volume increased again as it was going back up this time. So it's giving me, you know, conflicting signs here as it goes down. When it goes back up, the volume increased. So there's a real battle going on. So let's look at this. Is a $0.50 it stalled at. So now it just broke it pretty strongly there too. 10 cents quick. So yeah, it's breaking that. So the next time we look for is the next real support is this Fibonacci or the 273 level. If this is just going to fade today, we'll just hold this. So, you know, some people don't like to put the lines. I like to show the historical data like the strategy calls out. You don't have to have this many. It helps me, it brings me kind of alert to what I'm watching for besides just price action and volume. I am looking to see where other people, where there's liquidity pools, where other people have gone in and out. And so, you know, that's basically, okay, so now we're looking at the 273 to maybe reverse. Let's see what it looks like when it hits there, if it hits there. You're going to get a lot of shadow wicks. My layout's very, very sensitive. So there's the 20. That banged up to the 9. That's the 9, that gray line. Wow, okay. So it's hammering down. Let's see if it breaks the 73. It may not quite make it there, so I don't want to lose this. I don't want to leave this 400 on the table. So yeah, I'm just going to take that, guys. So we broke 1,000. I am at 73.08 long. 73.08 long. I'm going to go ahead and take that as well and bank that money. So I'm back to short again, kind of playing this channel. I don't want to see it break up past the 50 cent. You guys doing up there? Yeah, it's I think I'm actually in the lead, which is good. This is a little weird the way it's just stalling here. Look at that, huh? That's a nice trade already. It broke the fib. Let's see if it hits that other support down there. That's at 75 cents. I would be inclined to take that. Wow, that's a big shadow wick. That's nothing. That is not real. It's messing with us here. There's a lot of... okay, I'm going to take that. 80 cents. Okay, I thought I was going to get it at 76 cents, but I didn't. So I'm now 272.80 long. Staying right at that fib. See if we can break back above that. Anywhere in here, I'm about to take this money. Volume increased. A little trouble reconciling. I'm going to take that. So that is at 273.53 now. And I banked it to 2,800. So this is the bottom of the market magnet, which is one of the main reasons I reverse there. Yeah, we're reconciling. We're about a second behind on the candles, it looks like. So our market magnet's way up here. We don't have any MACD calling, so there's no crossovers because it's just been sort of trending down. Oops, that's not what I want to see. Don't break that. So if it breaks this level, 75 cents, I'm going to lick my wounds and go the other direction. So I feel like if I'm going to get out of the trade, that means I think it's going to go the other way. That's why I reverse. So that's just a confidence thing. I don't recommend it. Some people trade that way. I'm one of them. That's why the reverse button was invented. So much complaining. I kind of like to see it get back down here to this fib. We're getting a lot of high frequency algorithm action. On Apple, you don't usually see that as much. You can see everything is trending down. 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour. The only candlestick that still says we're up is the 4 hour. If you look at the 5 minute, we're just going straight down. So I don't mind holding into this. I mean, I could have made a little bit of money on that scalp, but I don't. There's a MACD sending it up. Okay, so that's not a good sign. Let's see if that disappears. I'd like to see that disappear. Push down. That is not good. Okay. All right, so that's hurting me a little bit. I'm going to hold it, guys. I'm going to see if it breaks through that 75. Can't win them all, right? It's coming back. MACD is sending it up, unfortunately. But this is what it's been doing. It's been kind of going down, pulling back up, going down. So this just volume increased as it was going back down. So I'm still fairly confident. It made a little bit of a flat top here. So again, the MACD wants it to go back up. So, but you see how they disappeared. So confidence is not high with them right now. There we go. Now we've got a decent trade again. So see if this time we'll try to catch it. If it, if it keeps doing these shenanigans back and forth, I'll try to catch the scalp and work my way up to 5K the hard way. There's 73 even. Look at the market maker, guys. That's what we're going to get. We're not going to, don't look at the ask and the bid because they're hurting us in order to fill our order. They make sure they make their money. And we're going to get some slippage even on the market maker price. So this is basically it, guys. When you're trading, you're reading the price action and you're deciding whether to go long or short, how long to stay long or short based on Fibonacci levels, historical data, price action, which you can see right here in the Scalp Pro. I have a link to that. I have a link to the book. Obviously, it helps me if you use my links, but they're all over the place. This goes to the $1 Million Margin Club, my link does, which is the cheapest one for these, like the Market Magnet and the MACD and a bunch of other really good indicators. This one, multi-chart alignment. And it helps me too, so I'd appreciate it because I'm not charging anything for this. And I don't sell courses or anything like that. I'm just showing you guys how to trade, and hopefully you're learning from watching these different videos. There's a whole bunch of them, over 400 now, so check them out. How to build this layout, how to set up charts, how to read the various things. So it's stopping pretty firmly at 73 here. So it did it before. Okay, so it just broke it there as I said that. Oh, okay, so the magnet pulled down. All right, so that's a sign it's going to continue to go down. Where is the magnet now? Oh, no, it didn't. Just the price action pulled in. So we want to see this pop down. That's the magnet. And that'll say it's going to keep going short. If that doesn't come down, then it's going to turn around here. So that should be coming down very soon with this kind of price action right here. It's literally telling you what's just happened. That's what these lines are. That's why it's such a great indicator, which means it'll average it down and pull down the magnet. And then when the magnet comes down, everybody sees it where the new average is. And then, see, it just pulled down. And there it went. It went down with it. So that's why. Now, that's going to be probably short-lived, so we'll keep an eye on that. But now it'll take a long time before that goes back up again, helping people pick a direction. But this means it's going to fade further. I'd give it at least to the 75. That's what that market magnet told me. Let's see if it's really going to happen. It's staying pretty firm at 273 even. But I'm not going to reverse here, even though it's recovering a bit because that magnet came down. Now, technically, it does draw to the magnet, which is true, but, you know, it also hammered it down. So we want to wait for it to make the hammer move, which it hasn't done yet. It's just kind of stayed steady there. 87 cents on the maker, 84, 85, 84, 81, 79. I'm going to take that, 76. That's right above it. And I banked it to 3. So now I'm going to rely on the magnet pulling it back up. Let's see if that happens or if it's going to keep going down. And I don't want to see this pop down. But for it to pop down again, you should see more blue lines coming. Oh, man, now it's hurting me. Okay, well, really thought it was going to turn around at that level. That's why you just can't, I can't really count on that level then. So, you know, these are respected till they're not. They're not all going to work. I really thought that would turn it around, but it did not. And that's the first time it's come into play. So volume's kind of been dropping here, and it's going up as it's going down. So I'm going to hold through this move a little bit and see if it recovers for me, but not for too long. Like, I don't want to see it break this level too, which it just did, 36 cents. I may have to get out of this move and just take my hit and keep going. It looks like it wants to keep going down. It's got I have a very, very, very short level in my mind how long to hold this as it's going down. I don't want to lose everything we just got. But this is the great thing about large caps. You have time to, it usually is going to pull back or retrace somewhat, and then you can rethink what you want to do. But once you get into the hang of this, use Thinkorswim. It's pretty easy to trade on Thinkorswim, and I highly recommend getting it. It gets to be easier and easier to make a living doing this. It's $100 a day, $200 a day, $500 a day. You don't have to trade this style. You can have just 100 shares, and then you'd have $300 right now, you know. And it's not like this was rocket science. You know, you saw I just marked these on where the price action had turned around. I marked the fib based on the highs and lows, you know, and then I got these really cool indicators that tell me what is happening inside, which is outstanding, of course. So now it's not even back to my position, but it's about to be, it looks like. So it did turn around down here at the 40 cent, though. This one was kind of useless, the 75 cent. Oh, boy. I'm going to wait it out. Apple's no big rush. Sometimes you'll see me take 2 or 3 trades in a minute. We started a little earlier on this for the half hour to 40 minutes. I usually get this decision fatigue in 20 to 30 minutes, but not if I'm not actually taking trades. I'm still watching, of course. So, and the idea is that you're learning to predict the future. That's what all that day trading is. You learn to predict the future. And this is more scalping. Although if you see me trade low share size on my streams, you'll see I will scalp 2 to 3 times in a minute quite often and very low share size. my tolerance for being wrong is much lower. I know a lot of people on the live stream are following me even though I tell them not to, and I get worried. This is more trading with me for this level of share size would be professional traders, and they've gotten control of their emotions. And if the loss gets too heavy, they're going to get out because they know a few minutes later they get the winning trades that get them out of the hole, you know. But if you get the hole too deep, then that's not good. Then you might tend to take bigger and bigger risks over and over again, digging your hole deeper and deeper. Wow. Okay. So I had a chance to get out up there. It does seem like it. So it's changing in this, it's in this channel. So it is respecting this now. So 270, 275 to 270, 240, it seems to be channeling, which is what we look for shorter term trades. Unfortunately, I'm in the wrong position going long at the top of this rather than long at the floor. I'm going long from the ceiling, meaning I need it to break to a new channel. So it seems to be dropping into this channel, which means I'm going to have to make a choice pretty soon here as to just start taking the trades in here, get the money back quick that I lose, and I might just get out of this move here. It needs to, okay, but now right when I said that, it broke this channel. So that's a good sign. The volume went up as it was going up. MACD sent it up. It's at the top of the volume here, 88%, 95%. So now I don't want to get out of this trade. So this is a good trade going upward now. So it's doing its little retracement, which it just does over and over and over again. You know, so you just wait it out and the trade goes your way. I'm waiting for a bigger move now because of what it just showed me there. So I'm not going to just jump out for profit. It helps that I have a nice big cushion too. So if it goes down $200 or $300, even $500, I'm not going to freak out. There we go. Look at that move. Wow. So that was a real move there. You guys, you're going long. Good. So I am going to try to reverse up here again. Let's see if it makes it to the magnet, which is right around the 40-cent mark. If it makes it to that magnet, I'll reverse off the magnet. Just sort of our telltale sign up there. Should it maybe just reversed already because that was a nice little profit there. That was a strong move though. So we'll reverse off the magnet, but we'll be ready to reverse right back again if it keeps going up. I'm just going to try to pocket that if it makes it to the magnet. That's my blood sugar alarm going off. I'm fine though. Let's see. I'm looking at the market maker here for 40 cents, roughly 39, 38, 40, somewhere in there. Anytime now, I'll probably, there was 33 for a split second. It passed the magnet. I'm just going to take that, 42 cents. Okay, so now I have to get ready to reverse again if it just keeps going. So let's see where I'd want to I don't want to see it get past this level here. Ouch, it's already hurting me. Look at that, huh? Should have waited a little longer before I reversed. So that's kind of where it's been flat topping right there, and it's breaking it. Oh my God, huh? Well, I'm glad I have a cushion. I don't know, guys, do your own thing here. This is surprising me. That was a really strong move. It seems counterintuitive to do that, but, I trust these levels a lot in the long run, but it could be up here that's going to turn around, which is 74 even or 74 a little bit above it, nearer to the fib. That would definitely be my point of return if it broke that fib. Of course, now you're getting to the ATR if you're up there, and you'd always want to go the opposite direction at the ATR than what it had been going. So many people watch that. I have a decision coming up because I can get out for a lesser loss or wait it out for a profit here. Let's see, it's all kind of it's making a tweezer move. Kind of depends on what this candle does. I don't want to see it make a bull flag and come back up. I'll just get out. See how the buyers went down so strongly here? So it looks like the oxygen's thin up here. It's like it's G-forces passed that dude out at the top. He's falling now. Maverick's trying to wake him up. I see my life through movies. Yeah, so again, guys, thank you for all the kind words. I am back on and off, but probably not streaming. I don't know. We'll see. Live for everybody until next year. I'm going to try to get a core group that's really, really interested in coming on every morning like a lot of these other guys do. That really, appreciate the trading. And I spent a lot of time answering, people that just don't care at all, in emails and stuff that waste a lot of my. That's why I kind of burned out. It was just so much. Had sort of a think tank when I was over in Barcelona with a bunch of people that live there that I know, and about how to push this. It's not so much channel, but my trading style forward, and what was the best way to reach the most amount of people that could help them, because that's what really matters to me. That's what floats my boat, is knowing that people are making money. I do quite well. Whenever I try to act like the money doesn't matter, it sounds like I'm pretentious or bragging. And obviously the money matters, but other things matter too, to me. So I'm doing okay. I don't need to work. This is what I do for enjoyment, and along with playing chess and, doing the, racquetball and, a lot of other things, hiking. I'm not filling out a Tinder thing. For me to reach other people and show them how simple it really can be, that's really exciting to me. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and think about an email I got about how somebody says their whole family's doing better based on what I'm doing. And what's better than that, man? That's better than money. I mean, it is money. It's such a value, right? So, anyway. No, I'm not. I would not have taken a trade right here. I'm thinking about it now, though. I know I get going and then I just forget that I'm trading sometimes. Yeah, I'd like to see it hit this 73. There it goes. Wow. So that's very tempting to take that trade, but the way that it seems like it's coming right back down again. So let's see. Give it a little longer this time. So if I am going to manage a bad position, it's a little close to where it might turn back around and go the other way again. And that's all it does all day long. That's what these large caps, mega cap stocks do. They go up and down, up and down. And you're just trying to catch, based on your data, historical data and price action, like what is, catching the right way. You're going up with the ups and downs with the downs. Yeah, I'm getting ready to turn around here, guys. 87, 84, in the 70 cents range down there near that 75. If it gets down there, I will turn. I missed it. Was that it? I'm getting ready to reverse on a higher number. I don't want to miss the whole move here. One more dip off this fib, or I'm going to reverse. Needs to dip. I'm going to reverse on the dip, too. There we go. 86. Can we get into the 70s? 81, 82, 80, 77. What did I get it at? 79. All right. Well, I saw it at 76, but I didn't get that. That was a little bit of slippage there. Broke 4,500. And, yeah, I think we'll make our 5K today unless I make a gaffe here. So here we are. Here's where we settled. Here's our bottom right now. Right, so we're down here at like 72.47. So I'm pretty close. I can just wait this out for it to go back up. And you see the action is up here. It's coming in below the magnet, but it's up here above this price action. See it coming across here? Get the market magnet, guys, if you don't have it, because it's just another thing that helps you. I'd like to see, I don't want to see that the MACD is pushing it down, and that's based on EMA crossovers. You also have the relative strength index you want to watch too with buy-sell oscillator. That's another indicator. So this went up, volume went up as it was going up. That's a sign it's going up. The bottom of the market magnet sending it up. See, the more price action we might see up here coming across is going to pull it up. These are little liquidity pools that are it's literally showing you them where it's going to go. Some people call them mountains and cliffs, and it's a different way to read it rather than off to the right of your screen. It's right in your face when you set it for today and you use the market magnet. It has the 50% range here. I don't want to overcomplicate it, but I do think that having, first of all, just range, ceilings and floors, range, $half whole dollars after that. $half whole dollars to help you decide trading within the range and the ceilings and floors and the channels. Get the book. That'll help you draw the channels. You want to make them like 30 cents, 50 cents. This is a 29 cent channel here. No smaller than 25 cents usually. And then you want to be able to ride the whole channel. That's a high frequency algorithm. So I'm just looking to get 5K, guys. I am getting a little tired. But yeah, like I was saying, then the indicators are all the rage to help you. After you've got the previous patterns of where price has stopped and gone the other direction, then you want to have the indicators back you up. MACD, market magnet, Scalp Pro, buy-sell oscillator. Look at the overall chart alignment. This one has another one that shows you every 5 minutes it's about to pass. And, there's more 5-minute traders than 1-minute traders. And if their candle's green, they tend to go long right when the candle flips, when the 5-minute changes. So multi-chart alignment. Trading with the crowd. That's what it all comes down to. You're trading with the crowd. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at this right now. I want to see that past 5K because I might think my blood sugar's a little low, so I'm going to probably call it soon here. For me, anyway. You guys can keep going. And thank everybody for tuning in today. Yeah, it seemed to stop dead at the 73. That could be it, and I need to get the money. I'm going to need to reverse it up here and go short. That's kind of what it's looking like right now. It's just come to a flat top. It's stopping dead here. This didn't happen. That's a shadow wick on a high-frequency algorithm. You can see the fast volume like snap. Nobody really has a chance to get that trade. And they, like we do, we worry about front runners, people hearing what I'm saying, what I'm streaming, and then front running the move, which nasty people will do, and then they change the outcome if they drop enough shares in. We did come across somebody that was doing that on purpose that used to trade with us. Nasty, despicable person. The best thing is you need to learn how to trade yourself, not listen to anybody. start trusting yourself, come up with your own little strategy based on all the books you read, like Trading in the Zone's another good book, Best Loser Wins another good book, the $1 Million Margin Club books are good books. Those are all help you with strategies. Hey, here we go. I can actually sell out here if it goes up high enough for me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, we were almost there. Come on. Bang up to that magnet. Before 60, 50. It's just fading right there, huh? I could reverse off those and just make it on those little snaps. $80 away. Definitely looks like it wants to push up. See how the volume came up here? So on the upswing. So I'm selling out. I'm not reversing, guys. It's up to you guys who want to keep trading. Not sure when this video will appear for all, but again, thanks for all the emails, and I'll be around. Just won't be quite as frequently until after the first of the year. But I'll get out some videos to help people. See the price action pulling above the magnet? This is going to come up. We want this to go up. That's what we're going to do. I'm waiting it out to get over 5K here. It's just pounding upward. Here it goes. There's 501. I'm just going to slip past that. There we go. See, it slipped $20. Did you see it? Okay. Well, that's good enough. Guys, that's it for me today. Not all of you are. The 3,000 looks like about the lowest number there. So yeah, just, you're going to keep doing. I know a lot of you are going to just stop with me, and a bunch of you are going to keep going. But you don't need me to call the trades, obviously. So we made our goal today, which is great. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be careful out there and go green, and I will see you soon.